Hey, what's up everyone? Mad Dog here with another video. So, in today's video, this is going to be a pretty large tips and tricks type video, just to help you guys, if you're just starting out or anything like that. You just need some tips on how to do this or do that. Mainly, a lot of the tips will be aimed at finding like all the towers and stuff, which I'll get into later in the video. The first things first is, number one thing is do your story. Now, when you do your story, you get access to your dailies, your weeklies, and stuff like that. So make sure you do all your story. It's not very long, but just make sure you do them, because a lot of the tips that I'm going to be telling you today is definitely something you need to do. Now, for your first tip, if you want to level up something new, like take straight from level 1, for example, if we go to the class counter, I'll go ahead and show you real quick. So over here on the class counter, my ranger and my gunner, well, my ranger's level 8, and that's just for doing one thing. Now what you'll want to do for this is simply just eat food, and that's it. And that's actually one of your dailies. And that will give you about 5,000 experience points. And that'll be enough to get you to at least level 8. Another thing is using the regional mags, which are easy enough. Gathering, super easy. And then sometimes these will change from Mount Magnus to Vanford Labs to the fort, Rissel Forest and stuff, which should be done category for higher level characters, and of course for completing all your daily tasks. So for example, if you want to eat your food last and then do everything else, and then eat your food and then do your complete daily task, you get a nice chunk of experience points for any class you're leveling up. So that's something you definitely want to take account to. Weeklies is more for just getting money, which you want to complete your daily tasks, all your daily tasks in one given day 4 times. So you do that, you get 200,000 Meseta. Next thing is making money. So making money in this game, unless you have a lot of AC and people willing to spend money on buying stuff you get from AC, doing your dailies is the best way to, doing your weeklies is the best way to get a lot of Meseta. You can get a good chunk per week, a little over 1 million. So make sure you do your weeklies every single week. Of course, if you get lucky with certain drops and stuff like that, but they're not really worth that much in the game as people are starting to really get them. So your weeklies and dailies for experience points, and your weekly for money. So next thing is eating food. So you can eat food at Ryuker devices or at the food terminal. So I'm gonna go to the food terminal and just show you how important eating food is. Now, if you have a premium account, eating food is going to be a lot better for you. So make sure you're eating food if you have premium. So as you see right now, eating one thing of food is going to give me a 1% some rare drop experience in Meseta. And if you do 10, you'll get 10% to your rare drop experience points in Meseta. That's for premium effects. So make sure before you head out, make sure you eat food. You can match your food to do various things. Like up here, it'll tell you what that given item will do, and you can scroll down and you can just see what type of food would do what and stuff like that. So make sure you at least eat food. If you teleport out before eating food, of course, your Ryuker device will let you eat food from the terminals, and you'll still get your daily done for the day for your terminal. So the next thing I want to go ahead and show will be all the device locations for your towers, your cocoons, and such, because I think that's extremely important for people, especially for people who haven't really found them all. So I'm going to pull up my map, and I'm going to show them all. So if you want to pause your screen, we'll pause this video like right here. Trying to get a good point, we can see them all, but it's not really a good way to do that. Let's see if I can zoom out. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I know the one up here will be a little obscured, but you'll see that one right there. So if you want to go ahead and pause your screen right here and just give yourself an idea of where all your towers are, all your Ryuker devices, all your regional mags and stuff like that. So with that out the way, I do want to show you a location of one of the cocoons, which will be right here. Now, as you can see, it does indicate that it is indeed in Mount Magnus. Or is it? So, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you get here. So, the first thing you want to do is you want to teleport to this Ryuker device at the Barflow Falls. So, let's teleport there, and I'll show you how to get this annoying little Ryuker, cocoon. So, sit tight and hang on. Okay, so I know my game's gonna look pretty terrible, but my computer sucks and I have to play on the lowest. But anyway, to get to this Ryuker device, I'll go ahead and pull up on the map right here. Once you teleport it to the Barflow Falls to get here, no, I'm sorry, to get to this one here. No, I'm sorry, it's this one. I'm tripping today. So to get to Runway, which clearly says it's in Mount Magnus, but I guarantee you it's not in Mount Magnus, and I got tripped up on this. So what you're gonna want to do is, as soon as you zone in, you're just gonna jump off this cliff right here, and you're gonna land in this waterfall here, and you're gonna go through it. Just right down here, and it'll take you to a path. Now you're just gonna pretty much follow this cave system all the way here. It's gonna veer off in a second. Make sure you get all these green boxes because you want those delicious grinders. Let's just clean that up. So path veers off. We're gonna stay left, and you're just gonna stay this path here. You're gonna see a couple of enemies, and it's really bad. Okay, there's a couple of enemies there. Just gonna ignore them. They will follow you if you don't kill them, but I'm just gonna ignore them. And then there it is right there in the distance. So, yeah. I know it's, like I said, it's annoying, but also this path will give you a lot of good gathering stuff. And if you're low level, you can do some fighting here a little bit. I don't know why, but yeah, here we go. So here's your cocoon right here. You can go ahead and jump up here. Hopefully that dude won't die. So then we'll just flip the map, and there we are. So again, I got confused about this really bad. Could not find this for the life of me, and I literally was running around Mount Magnus like a madman. So there you go, all the cocoon locations right here. So if you want to go ahead and pause your video again, get all the ones except for this one are actually just run up to them and find them. There's no difficulty into locating them. You just run up to these and then grab them. So let me go ahead and head back to Central City, and I'll give you a little bit more tips, so hold tight. Okay, so my last little advice for you guys, little tips and tricks, is as for finding all of those cocoons and towers, you should now have 20 skill points, so don't forget to go over there and use them, and that'll help you beef your battle power up. I mean, mine is going to be a lot higher when I level up. I'll get my gear more, stuff like that, but anyway, this little last bit is for leveling up your items and stuff. So if you know how to enhance, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to enhance. You're probably not doing it the economical way. So when you're fighting enemies out in combat sectors, you'll get silver prim weapons and gold prim weapons, which I don't have at the moment because I pretty much used them. Probably the fastest way to level up your weapons. So make sure you're using those instead of like trash weapons, because like if you just throw on some trash weapons, you're gonna just eat up your grinders and you'll barely get any. So as you can see, I've done 5 daggers and only gained 1 level and almost to a 2nd level. With the silver or gold, you can get almost 1 level per weapon, so make sure you're using gold and silver prim weapons. They're swords that you can get, like I said, from silver enemies and such. A lot more friendlier on your wallet too, because they don't cost as much, but make sure you're using those for grinding instead of just using random weapons. They're just totally inefficient, and it's just not really worth it unless you have like really leveled up like item that you don't want anymore that you can use as fodder. Like for example, if I did that, I'd be level 33, but yeah, I totally won't do something like that. But make sure you're doing it that way. Keep in mind that the cost will go up as the rarity goes up, so make sure you got money for that. But anyway, that's going to be it just for this little tips and tricks video. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Now, if you excuse me, this urgent quest is really calling my name, and I need to do it because these things are fun. So, actually, the next video I will upload will be one of the urgent quests that I recorded last week, but I never uploaded it. So I'm going to go ahead and upload it for tomorrow or Monday. So be on the lookout for that in case you haven't played any urgent quests. So, see you guys in the next video. Peace.